Hey, welcome to one of the last episodes of Chad's Beer Reviews. I think we only got 23 after this one. So hopefully this is a pretty special one. And sorry to be repetitive, but we're doing another Founders Imperial Bourbon Barrel Age series. This is the Dank Wood Imperial Red IPA, aged in bourbon barrels. I'm surprised it's not aged in whiskey barrels or rye whiskey barrels, actually. Pretty big beer, too. It's 12.2 ABV. Bottled on April 10th, so it's just about a little over 4 months old. So, not much else to say. Let's just start digging in here. Yeah, well, I mean, the first thing I get is obviously like a classic bourbon barrel character. Although it's weird, but when you're smelling bourbon barrel on a beer that's not a stout, an IPAs, it's kind of strange. But yeah, so like the bourbon barrel's there, it's like the woodiness, the vanilla. It's kind of like an earthy, well, maybe not earthy, just kind of like a sweet kind of smell. But then there's also plenty of hops on here. It actually, what kind of reminds me of is um, Two Hearted Ale. Even though I know that's made by Bell's, not by Founders, but it's got that same kind of hop composition, like that kind of very floral, almost berry kind of a hop. Certainly, so it's like the hops you're getting, definitely some citrus on here too. So, citrus, floral kind of hops, but then also like that malt base there. I don't know what it is about red beers, especially red American beers, like your strong ales, your barley wines, your red IPAs, really strong amber ales, things like that. They have that certain character on it. It's like kind of a slight kind of fruitiness, but not in the same way as like an English barley wine or something from English esters or whatever. But I mean, so certainly you got plenty of hops here. To me, it doesn't really smell like an IPA. It just kind of smells like, actually, it kind of smells like a strong ale, like an Arrogant Bastard or something like that. I'm gonna go 9 out of 12. So the appearance, well, I mean, they're calling it a red IPA. Not sure how this looks. It probably looks brown on camera. It's quite hazy. Holding up to the light here, it's definitely kind of a ruby red. Actually, it kind of looks like an English barley one. It's 22 27 SRM. About over a thumb width of foam on there. That's the nice thing about Founders when they do these bourbon barrel aged beers. Like they still hold a foam. It's kind of sad. It's kind of hazy, but that tends to happen a lot with your bourbon barrel aged beers. All right, so let's see how this tastes. Cheers. I feel like I've already had this beer before because there is a wood aged arrogant bastard and also the lucky bastard and stuff. So this is kind of reminding me of that. It's like that strong. It's more of like a strong ale with that kind of that overt like red maltiness. But the hops are like way lower on here. In fact, I wouldn't even go as far as to say it's like really coming off as a red IPA. It's more like a, if such a thing existed, like a really imperial amber ale, or like a strong ale, just like with way lower IBU, something like that. So, it's like that again, like what I said with the aroma, like that je ne sais quoi, that red maltiness. You can really taste it in there. It's not bready. It's just kind of a slightly sweet. It's just malty. Um, Certainly, and there's a fruity flavor in there from the hops. So same thing with the aroma, kind of like a berry, floral, citrusy kind of thing. Nothing like really specific jumps out at me. Yeah, and that 12.2 is it is not subtle, and it's kind of up in your face. It's not burning, although I will say actually it did kind of burn my sinuses as I exhaled on the first couple of swigs there, but there is kind of a bit of a caramel or butterscotch kind of thing in there. Probably a lot of that's from the maltiness. The actual bitterness is it's not too intense. Like I guess there's enough in there for it to be like for you to think it's an IPA or well, I mean it is an IPA. It's a little bit cloying, very sweet malty aftertaste. At the same time, the hops also linger too. You get a little bit of alcohol warmth. I mean, it should. It's 12.2. I suppose you could age this. I don't think you really gain anything. You're just gonna lose all the hops, mellow out the alcohol. But um, yeah. So this is kind of reminding me a lot of the Barrel Runner. It's just uh, just a big beer that's bourbon barrel aged for the sake of doing it. I think what they should have done. Now I remember what. Now I know what this beers remind me of. Schmaltz does the bittersweet Lenny's rye, and they do a rye whiskey barrel aged version of it, which I think what they should have done with this instead of doing bourbon, I don't think IPA and bourbon, I don't think those flavors really go together. But like IPA and rye whiskey, I think that would actually work. Yeah, so I mean, it's Founders. It's decent, although for Founders doing a bourbon barrel aged beer, it's actually kind of a weak offering from them. I'm a little disappointed. How to score this? I mean, I'm gonna go kind of low on this. I'm thinking 12 or 13. I'm gonna say 12. Mouthfeel. Yeah, it's probably, full body. I will say it's very smooth. It's very comfortable. That alcohol is there, but it's not burning. It's not fusel. I remember when we had CBS Fresh back around Christmas, like that was very fusel. This is, I mean, it's not super, super mellow, but it's not intimidating to drink. I'm not going to have any problem finishing this. It does kind of dry me out in the aftertaste, but so drinkability is good. It's not great, but I mean, for what it is, it's pretty good. I'm gonna say 4 out of 5. Overall impression, I'm not really impressed. I'm gonna say 6. That's very, very low for Founders. That's a 34 out of 50. That's quite disappointing. Well, I think it's the same as what I gave the Barrel Runner. So, yeah. All right. So there you go. 34 out of 50 for Founders Dank Wood. Not much to say. It's a little disappointing. Like I said, probably would have been better in rye whiskey barrels. Bourbon isn't really doing much for it. So, all right. So we only got a few episodes left. If you got any requests, leave them in the comments or message me, and I will see you guys around. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.